Okay, so we're live.
Are we now? Okay, let me see. I'm looking. Let's see. Go more. Maybe it's right here. You know what's funny is when I did this on whatever stream it was, when you put that link up there, it was just too easy to get in. Now I'm not knowing what I'm doing.
Well, everybody on this stream can see you, Ed.
Come on, man. What are you doing? There we go. Let's see. Where is Val's wife live? Refresh. So I'm so excited. Oh, there you were. Okay. And then there's the live now. Oh, look at that ugly mug. Oh, there we go.
It's a
Okay,
cutie.
so now
Make sure
I
you
need to do what?
mute the YouTube.
I'm in YouTube now. I got it. Hi,
Okay,
Crystal.
so mute it. Make sure you mute what? Mute the YouTube.
Okay, hang on. I'm in YouTube now. There we go. Got it muted.
Okay.
And I can see the chat.
Okay, so we're gonna be in YouTube. I mean on Google Hangouts. And for some reason I don't think I'm muted. I'm hearing an echo.
Well, I mean, so I have to go back to Google Hangouts now or just keep watching here? Hi, Johnny James, Star Cop, all
You're
you
going
people.
back to YouTube Hangouts.
See, I can't see you. So is that why I go back to Google Hangouts?
Yes.
So I go back to there so I can see you talking to me.
There you go.
Is that what I do?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Okay. Go back. So are you on Hangouts?
Okay, I'm back to Hangout.
Okay. So your Bluetooth speaker may be causing the echo.
Okay, so the echo is still there.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Okay. Well.
If you don't have it, you won't be able to hear?
Pretty much.
Okay, so just move it away from where your speakers are that take where you can hear through.
The microphone?
Yeah, either that or get earphones.
Okay. Is it better now? I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, better, I think. Do you guys still hear an echo? I think it'll be okay.
Okay.
Let's just go. Let's just go with it.
All right. I'm going after some earphones. I'll be right back.
Okay, Ed.
Okay? You got
come
this,
back.
Val.
Don't make me come after you. Hey, Crystal sis, how you doing, hon? Hey, 161 Drones, and we have JC Silvermoon. How are you? Hey, do you like my hat, Eric? We're both wearing them. Star Cop, hi. Let's see who's Droner Jones. Hey, how you doing? And I'm just gonna do this until Ed comes back. Mr. Winky Head, how are you, my love? Let's see, we have Jonah Jones, is that Mr. Winky Head, Star Cop. I need to get a hold of you. Everyone who I've talked to coming on the stream, know I'm going to be getting a hold of you. I just have one more week of hell, and then everything should calm down. Helicopter, great stream last night. I really, really enjoyed it. Let's see, Dicker with Dave. Hi, how you doing? Bill, hi. Let's see. Let me bring you down a little bit down here. Let's see. Oh, Timber Hill Redbone. I always call you Redbone. How you doing? 4x4. Hi, 4x4. Hey, 4x4. I think I asked you, but I didn't get a reply. No, you weren't feeling well. You feeling any better now? Beyond Trees. Hey, how you doing?
Oh shit.
That did not come from me. That was Mr. Ed.
Hey, quit laughing at me. Where in the hell Oh no, there went my tablet I had going.
Oh. Oh, did you have a tablet with the stream on?
Yeah, well, I was trying to get to the stream, and then I was trying to hook up these microphones that don't seem to work in this jack. So
I'm hearing you.
I'm
I'm catching you, Star Cop. You know I'm going to catch you. You know I'm going to catch you. You cannot run fast enough. I'm telling you. Okay. How you doing, Ed?
I'm trying to work this sound crap out.
Oh, happy to hear
off
it.
my Bluetooth.
Did you?
And, but I can't hear anything now.
Oh, you can't hear us?
Put the stream on Mr. Tablet here, I guess, and use the microphone on it, or will that work?
If you can't hear anything,
why am I asking you? Because I can't hear you now.
Because you have it in the wrong hole.
Well, this went well.
Does anyone know? Does anyone know sign language so we can say have it in the wrong hole without making it look awkward? Any better, Ed? Any better? No.
Trying to turn the volume up now on the computer. Let's see if that makes it bad. Oh, wait.
We may have to go back to Bluetooth. Find the hole, Ed. Find the hole, the right one. Do you have the right hole? I think I'm going to go with the echo. So
Just keep talking about. You got plenty to say.
I think what happened was he had a Bluetooth speaker. It was giving him some trouble. And so that's what was happening.
All right.
So now
you keep talking about. You got plenty to say.
I think what happened was he had a Bluetooth speaker. It was giving him some trouble. This is bad. So that's what was happening. All right. So now how we doing? Hold on. How you doing, Ed? Can you hear me now? Are you gonna hear me on a delay?
Who's laughing?
I was. Can you hear me?
Oh, you were laughing. Okay, here's the problem now. I can hear you now. The only problem is we're on a delay now because of the way I'm doing it.
Okay, so I would put back in the Bluetooth speaker and let's
I can hear you.
How much of a delay am I on? Ed, do the Bluetooth speaker. Go back to Bluetooth. Bluetooth is good.
Okay, you think? I don't know. I didn't put a timer on it.
Yeah, don't do that. Just go to Bluetooth.
Okay. Well, I actually have some headphones that are Bluetooth, but I can't find the bloody things.
Hey, Bobby. Hey, Doug. How you doing, honey? Yep. This is so fun.
Hang on.
It's okay,
I'm
Ed.
such a noob, you know. See,
Yeah, you
I
are.
never have to go through this. So I do my impromptu live things, you know. I just come on and go, you know.
But I'm going to tell you, once you get used to it, you'll be able to bring other people onto your stream with you. You still can't hear anything, huh?
You know.
Where is Alvin? Alvin went to the doctor today. Hey, Dronography. O is in the house. All right.
Okay, I'm back.
Hey, okay, Ed. So let's get
Let's see
started.
if the echo is horrible. I got it turned down as low as I can with it. I can still hear you.
Okay. Okay. We'll be fine. So, Ed, I'm going to put you up here so you're the biggest person. There we go. There's our Ed. So, do you want to tell me about where you were born, Ed?
Where what?
Where you were born?
I don't remember where I was born. I mean, I know I was born, but my earliest memories of childhood are in Jacksonville, Florida, where I grew
Yeah.
up. So I was 1 year old when we moved to Jacksonville, Florida from Alabama, I guess. Huntsville, Alabama is where I was born.
Wow.
And
So, how long were you in Jackson?
Jacksonville, I was in Jacksonville for, let's see. Do the math. 40 years. Yeah. 40
Oh, wow.
years. And grew up in a gray house. I mean, it was a small house, 3 bedroom, you know, stuff, but it was a 60s house. And that's how they built them back then, you know.
Right.
The master, I think, was 12 by 12, and the two smaller bedrooms were 10 by 10. But the one bathroom and all that, but a super big yard. And the best of all, it had a creek in the back. And I've loved the water all my life.
Wow.
The neighbor next door had a big old, well, rowboat, but I mean, it was really too big and heavy for rowing. It was an old Sea King built like a battleship, and that's what we called it. But back then, if you had a 10 horsepower motor or less, you didn't have to register the boat. So the old man next door who had this boat, he wanted to go faster. Like many of the drone flyers here, they just want to keep going faster. And
Yes,
so
big.
rather than get a bigger motor and have to register his boat, he bought a smaller boat and gave the boat to us.
Wow.
And I was like 5 years old. And ever since then, I love the water. So here you go.
Wow. So you were raised in Jackson. Can you not hear me? Because I turned myself down a little bit.
Well, I think it's probably me with my volume down a little bit. So
Yeah,
I was
let me
trying
turn
not
it up.
to do that annoying echo. So go ahead.
Okay. Is this better?
No, I can hear you fine.
Okay. So what kind of, besides sailing, was that something you did all the time?
Well, I didn't start sailing until much later. I probably 16, 17. A friend had a little Hobie 14, and I don't know. I just took to it. It's kind of, in a way, it's kind of like flying because you use the wind, and it's a breathing thing. And when you fly, your bird, when you're flying a drone, it takes on a life. It's alive. And by doing what you do, you bring it to life. It takes you to give it that life, yes, but it almost seems like it has a life of its own. And anyway, the first time I went in that little Hobie 14 and felt the wind move you, and all you heard was the sound of the wind and the sound of the water rushing by the holes, and no motor going, none of that. And it's way more annoying than the sound of the, because I know there's many here that love that sound, the sound of a 4S quad ripping the air. You know, it's a different thing. But I mean, because with the boat that was given to me by the neighbor, myself, my dad got me a 9.8, again under the 10 horsepower limit for that boat.
Right.
And we sailed all over the place. I mean, excuse me, motored all over the place. It was later that I found the sailboat, and that's when I really fell in love with sailing, just because of that. Well, not any fool can drive a boat, because I've seen plenty of idiots messing with those too. But there's a little less challenge involved, at least by my thinking. That's all. But from there, I got a Hobie 18, which is a boat, a horse of another color. Just think of it as a 1S versus a 4S bird. There are people out there that will identify with that. You could have, because the Hobie 14 was, you could take 2 people on. You could even take 3 people on, but it wouldn't do much of anything. But with the Hobie 18, you could have 5 people on that with a good wind, and you're still hauling butt, carrying plenty of beer, all the other necessary items that one needs for such an adventure. But anyway.
So, where did you mostly sail to?
Just in the river, down the river, out the river or into the ocean. In Jacksonville, the St. Johns River is a busy river road, so to speak, because Jacksonville has a port with big boats that come in, and then there's the intercoastal waterway that crisscrosses it a couple miles from the inlet where it goes out to the ocean. And one of my most interesting sails was I was single handler. I started putting that thing together myself and taking her out by myself. And I'm a little guy, you know. That's a lot of boat, but I'd put her together and launch her and sail her and bring her back all by myself. But one day I went out, sailed out into the ocean, and then went south and hit Jacksonville Beach, had me a few beers on the beach, and we're at a bar on the beach. Then grabbed me a couple for the ride home, and it was starting to get dark, and I cruised into the inlet, and right around where the intercoastal crosses, there was a huge, they have these barges that they sail to Puerto Rico, and they're full of trailers from a tractor trailer truck. They're huge. I mean, and they're tall, and they're not very maneuverable, and a sailboat got to get out of the way. So anyway, it's dark. All I can see are the buoys, and I took evasive maneuvers, and I got turned around. Next thing I knew, I heard the sea buoy, and I had got turned around and sailed right back out to the ocean.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so what did I do? Threw the anchor out and spent the night. It was cool. It was very cool. Beautiful sunrise in the morning, too. It turned out well. All of my sailing adventures did, for the most part. So it was cool. It was a great life. And then I moved down south, and there was no place to keep the boat, so I sold it. Last time I sailed.
So what was that like to give up that thing that you really love?
Well, first it was rough because um, the water down in South Florida is so much different than the water up here. I mean, it's beautiful. It's clear at times, blue all the time, unless there's a storm out there. It was great sailing. Would have been awesome sailing, but no place to launch it, no place on the beach, and all the inlets are so skinny, you couldn't sail out of them. Only boats with motors can go out through the inlet. So anyway, there you go.
Yeah, the first time I sailed, Ed, was with my dad. He loved sailing. And he got this little, it was almost like a styrofoam boat. But he didn't care. As long as he could stick something in it and have a sail, he didn't care what it looked like.
Hey,
because he had all four of us.
If you can move along and get where you need to go, I mean, that's the coolest thing ever. So obviously he fell in love with it too. The one thing I did get, okay, there was this guy that worked for us when I worked in South Florida. There was this delivery guy for us, and he won a wind glider off a radio station. And a wind glider, basically, think of it like this, as a wind surfer on training wheels, because it was a blow-up raft, but it had a hard spot in the middle that you could stand on, and then it had a sail just like a regular wind surfer. And I got pretty good at it. So, you know, so I can't say when I gave up the Hobie Cat, I gave up all sailing, because I didn't. I had that thing for a while, and it was a lot of fun. And, you know, so no, it wasn't styrofoam, but it was a rubber raft.
Right.
Anyway,
How funny. How
the
funny.
wind.
Yeah. So you were selling up till about what time?
I was what? Oh, sailing about what time? I'll just throw basically 25 to 30 in there. I had the boat for 5-6 years. I don't remember exactly when I got it. But the reason I say 25 to 30 is because I still consider those some of the best times of my life. Put it that way.
Right.
And but a lot of good things happen. You know, there's a song, and I think about it all the time because it's an old song. Something about a Chevy van, and me and my Chevy van. I don't know what it is. It doesn't matter. But I did all my sailing. Towed that little boat behind. Towed that Hobie 18 behind that Chevy, and then did a lot of great trips through the mountains and stuff. And I've always said this. Either put me on or near the water, or put me in the mountains. Don't put me anywhere in between. Because I mean, I love the mountains. Anytime I go north, I'm not necessarily wanting to get there the fastest way. I want to do the Parkway, Blue Ridge Parkway. I know you're way out there, out California way. You've probably never been to the Blue Ridge.
So let me tell you something, Ed. Because I was raised in Maryland, spent time down South Carolina. I've been in the Smokies. I've been in the Blue Ridge. I've been along the Appalachia Trail. I've been a lot of places, and the mountains are gorgeous.
Yeah.
And I worked in the mountains for a number of years.
Oh, did you? Okay, well, that's awesome. Because I love it. My grandparents had a place in Fletcher, North Carolina. It was, I don't know, about 1,500 feet up, 2,000 feet up. They only had 3 acres. But most of the mountain, at least the upper part where my grandparents had their cabin. They called it. It was a huge house, but they called it the cabin. The elevation they lived at and above was owned by two families. So, and they didn't do anything. The Youngbloods had some cattle patches up on the top of the mountain, but it was like, as a kid, 15 years old and 13 years old or whatever, it was like the whole top of the mountain was ours. It was ours. We could go anywhere we wanted to, and we did. And so that's where I really fell in love with the mountains, was right there. Had a mountain lion jump in front of me, about 10 feet in front of me. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, that would have been the part where, because if something scares me, like the bear I chased, if I just start running at it, that thing would have had me for lunch. Those mountain lions can be tough.
See, the thing is what I heard about mountain lions, unless you're around their babies, if they have some babies, but they're very curious. And it was so weird because on that day, as we went up the mountain and took our various paths and stuff, we felt the whole time like something was following us.
Oh.
And then finally we got to a certain place, and I guess it decided to make its presence known. But we had our little Daisy BB guns. I'm like, okay, Bill, don't even think about shooting it. That'll just make it mad. But if it comes at us, take that thing and use it like a club. We never had to. It just jumped in front of us, and we never saw it again, and didn't have that feeling like something was watching us anymore. It was really weird. I don't know. It's just like it wanted to say hello, and you guys are okay. We'll see you later. Very interesting. So you had a bear chase you, huh?
Well, no, because what happened was I was walking along a path. I was married at the time with my second husband, and the path just kind of went away. He was into looking for places where he could dredge for gold. He's really into all that kind of stuff. And the path went away, and I got really nervous, and a mouse ran across my feet. And then I started screaming in this weird, high-pitched scream that I've never heard come out of my mouth before, never since. And I just started going, wah, wah. I mean, it's just so high and piercing. This bear just popped up. I think he was just nestled down. And then he popped up, and then I banged on my ex-husband's, back. He went down. I ran right over him and right at the bear and just kept chasing it, screaming. I don't know what the hell I was thinking.
In other words, you were tormenting the bear.
Yeah, I think I was bad. I was being very bad. I was going to go take it down.
Yeah, there's probably a fine for harassing bears now.
Well, I don't think he didn't look like, of course, he wasn't like a Kodiak or a grizzly. He was a little black bear, brown bear, little bear. It wasn't huge, but he was big enough. I've seen the claws when I've gone down, like, been in the Shenandoah area, where they have the very big claws. It was like, I'm sure he had those. So he could have probably ate my lunch, but he didn't know it. So he just looked at me, turned around, kind of looked at me, and just tore out of there.
Well,
he was fast. He was really fast.
What's the saying? Well, because you scared the hell out of him. Yeah, that's the only explanation I can come up with.
Yeah. He was not thrilled with me, that's for sure. And my ex wasn't either, but he wasn't my ex at the time. He was really mad because I knocked him down and ran over him. People just can't take a joke, Ed. They really can't.
No, I know. Political correctness has gone out the window. I mean, It's like, come on, man. Y'all need to get a life somewhere or something. I don't know. It's just crazy. I'm offended by this. I'm offended by that. Well, here's a pacifier for you. I don't know what else to tell you.
Well, I do think, Ed, we're in kind of I do think the world is tilted a little bit right now, and everything offends everybody, and to the point where it's crazy. I'm just going to be who I am. It's never my intention. I certainly didn't mean to make fun of the bear. I certainly didn't mean to chase it out of its very own wood home, but you know, it happens.
No, I hear you. I hear you. So anyway,
Yeah. So tell me, so around your 20s and 30s, what kind of young man were you? You sound kind of like you were just really just living and loving life, and that's where you kind of were. Was there anything else
I,
going on?
I mean, I kind of was. Have you ever seen the movie Little Big Man?
I did.
It's a Dustin Hoffman movie, and there's, but he's telling us Joe, what's his name? Something Crab, Joe Crab, something like that. But doesn't matter. But throughout the movie, he goes, he talks about going through these different stages of his life.
Right.
So he goes through his gunfighter stage and this and that. Well, that was my sailing long road trip stage, I guess you would say. So, I mean, and the whole time I'm doing electrical work until the time I moved down south. And then I went a completely different direction. So, kind of, well, it ended up being a corporate gig. It didn't start out like that. It was a very low level entry position at a floral shop.
Oh wow.
But my first job was delivering at a floral shop. And it was just because the owner, Richard LeMay, had bought out my mother's flower shop that she had and saw how I worked and so wanted me to come work for him. I drove for that man at the age of 15 for 3 weeks at least, maybe a month, without a driver's license.
Oh God.
Yeah. And but I was good. I could deliver me some flowers now. And just because I'm good with maps and getting around, I'm good with navigation. I've always been that. I've always had a fascination with maps. And
Should I ask you, Ed, why you didn't have a driver's license?
because I was 15 years old, Val.
Oh, you were young.
Yeah. So yeah. No, I hadn't lost my driver's license yet. I'd never had it. And it's funny, so I was so angry because I mean I didn't have a car. So the same van that I was delivering in that I had no license to drive, Richard would let me drive it home. Well, another person that worked there too, Trish, a good friend of my mother, she worked there as well. And we would go down to the driver's license places and getting ready to take my test. I hadn't done my driver's driving test yet. And we go down there and practice the parallel parking with the van. And I did that a couple nights, you know. And this was a long wheelbase van. It wasn't some short little thing. And man, I had it perfect. So I went to take my driving test. And we go driving down the road. I know it was a trick test because you come to this place where there's a stop sign that's like 6 feet before the edge of the road, the intersecting road. But you can't see from there. you can't because there's was fences on both sides with vines growing on. So when I came up with the stop sign, I just kept rolling forward so I could see. And then he tells me, you didn't see that stop sign, boy? I couldn't see. Well, then you stop before the stop sign, and then you pull forward until you can see. What an asshole. So what really made him a jerk was then we get to the parallel parking stuff, and I go to pull in, and I just barely get the tail stuck in there, and he's like, okay, that's good. I'm like, yeah, I would have made it perfect. And you just didn't want to see it. It just would have ruined your day, wouldn't it? You know. So anyway, there you go. That's my driving.
Did you pass?
Hey, oh yeah. No worries.
There you go.
And,
there you go. I think at that point, you know, as long as you pass, who cares what they say? Just keep rolling.
Well, you know, it's just like in the electrical business when you get a job inspected. The inspector's got to say something about something.
Right.
You know, otherwise they don't feel like they've done their job. So,
well, there is no reason for them to be there if they don't have something.
Exactly.
Right. And I think that sometimes that happens. Sometimes it happens. So talk to me, because somehow we were talking about a corporate gig. What was that?
Okay. Well, first of all, let's back up a few years too, because Alvin was kind of talking about this the other day too, and somebody else was about their early computers, because I always had a fascination with computers, and but my first computer was a Radio Shack, and it was just a little thing. And you had to hook it to a TV. I don't think it had an LCD screen. And it had an amazing 4K of RAM. That's a lot of RAM, 4K.
Yeah.
Thinking about it. I got an expansion pack to take it to 10K, but to save any programs that you wrote, you had to use a cassette recorder. And that's how you saved anything you wrote. So later, I ran a bulletin board service on an 800XL Atari 800XL computer. And I had quite a few users, actually. And this was back before AOL. The only thing around was CompuServe, and everything was text. You know, the only way you could make graphics was to use symbols off the keyboard. Mm-hmm. And then you could make little symbols and stuff. But the name of the bulletin board service was The Asylum. And my sysop name was The Lunatic.
There you go.
You see that on my videos to this day. But so anyway, when I went down south, I got my journeyman's license down there because they didn't like Duval's licensing, because they didn't reciprocate. So I got my journeyman's license, but none of the jobs I saw I wanted to do, you know, because they were all the same thing. And I guess I got spoiled in Jacksonville because of the kind of work I did. Mm-hmm. So I didn't want to be stuck wiring a high rise or something like that, where it's a bunch of the same rooms over and over again. I'm not good with I'd be horrible as a factory person, doing the same thing day after day. I can't take it. So when I went down south and did all that, my mom, and the reason I went to South Florida, by the way, is my mom had got offered a position at a florist shop in South Florida, because they had a high-end store, but it was doing horrible. And I said, all right, Mom, I'm ready for a change. I'll go with you. And so she has some moral support, because we didn't know anybody in South Florida. So off we went. Well, so I ended up working at the store she managed. But what was cool was they had a call center and they had computers, and it was pretty cool. There were lots of things to interest me. Let's put it that way.
Well, and that's important, especially when you're young. You need to have some interest in what you're doing to even stay.
So while I was down there, and I'd already gained some knowledge, but before you knew it, I was programming the phone system and messing with the computer system and all that stuff, and moved on up in ranks and started making some pretty good money. And this wasn't just a little local corner store shop. This was a big operation. They had 6 locations across 3 counties and delivered all over those 3 counties: Palm Beach, Broward, and Dade County. So then I got switched, made assistant manager, and then later a manager of the Miami store, which did like $2 million a year.
Wow.
Gross. So, like I said, it wasn't a small operation. And I got tired of that. And so they pulled me into the accounting department where I got to do what?
Ed, how old were you when you got tired of it?
Well, when I say got tired of it, I got tired of being the manager of that bloody Miami store.
Yeah,
and they moved me to corporate, and where I got to play with the, and that was in Fort Lauderdale, and I got to play with a computer all day long. So there you go.
Nice, nice. So what age are you at this time?
Huh? What
age were you at that time?
Let's see. I went down that way 1998. Let's just say 99. It makes the math easier. So at 40, I went down there.
Wow.
And then 2001, it was after 2001 because I was in Fort Lauderdale when the planes hit the towers in New York. So it was more like 2012, something like that, when I moved back to St. Augustine. And then went back into the electrical field, you know, after 6 months as a convenience store clerk. But
right.
And then been doing that ever since.
So you're back into electrical.
Oh yeah, that's me.
Yeah. I got to tell you, it's funny.
They call me the guru, by the way. I've also been called Yoda because they make fun of my age, but oh well.
Well, let them. I got to tell you, Ed, it's funny how we move away from things only to somehow kind of revolve back to them and then, you know, find wherever we are. So are you happy doing that now?
Not so much. And the reason, there's parts of it I love. And see, part of what has dragged me into so many things is because I like to make things work. And at the end of the day, when things work that you help, that you were part of, and in many cases, an integral part of, it feels good when it's complete. And it feels good. It feels good. There's been a couple projects at Flagler College that people said, nice job, Ed, you know, and stuff like that. And you could tell they weren't just saying it, that they were like impressed. I mean, not that it didn't take a lot of help to do that. It did. A lot of great teamwork with other guys too, but.
So it sounds like, Ed, that you were kind of what I would call a problem solver. When things need to be solved, they call you.
Yeah, I usually I usually am the one that gets to go and fix other people's mistakes,
Yeah.
if you will, things they forgot, and find a way to deal with it. And sometimes
Right.
it's not their fault, but I mean, there's been some multi-million-dollar houses that we built on the beach, and it's like everything's finished, everything's done. It's like how you know, it's not like you want to tear holes in the wall because somebody left the wire out or whatever. So,
Right.
and I'm pretty good at doing stuff like that. I'm pretty good at getting a wire where no wire should be able to go. Called fishing. That's my fishing. That's the kind of fishing I do. You know, I love fishing with a line and catching a fish, but most of my fishing is with wires. You know?
Wow.
But
So so now you're back into electrical. So let's talk about some of your hobbies because you were into selling. And when you came out of selling, where did you go? What did you do?
when I was in South Florida, I don't know. Okay, do a hobby. Okay, we'll go with hobby because the other thing I used to do, I guess you could call it a hobby, but was flying,
Yeah, it
but
was.
not a
That was
drone.
a hobby.
Uh, my brother was a mechanic, and he had moved down south. He was tired of Jacksonville too, so he came on down for the ride as well. Him and his wife. And anyway, he was working at a car dealership, and he met this guy named Larry. Well, he brought Larry by one day because Larry was talk. He was talking to Larry about my computer and a flying simulator I had. That's what it was. So he checked it out. And he goes, "Hey man, you want to go flying this weekend?" I'm like, "Sure, let's go." And so off we went, and then we did that for a number of years. We'd go flying every weekend. You know, and it was cool because Cessna 172 at the time cost $75 an hour to rent, and that included gas. And
Wow.
that was only airtime. So we'd fly over to uh, Punta Gorda and land over there, have breakfast, and then fly back. Well, the time the plane's sitting on the tarmac, that doesn't count. They only count engine time. So you could be gone
Oh,
3, 4 hours, and they only charge you for two. You know, so
wow.
it's pretty cool. $150, and I mean that's everything. I mean, not the breakfast, of course, but everything to do with the plane. And that's not that bad. You know, you split it between two guys, and you had a very interesting experience. You know, I and I'll tell you that's funny is another cool thing. Um, so Larry ended up he wanted to have his own plane, and he found one. It was in Texas, so he bought it, 1962 Piper something. And so we flew commercial out there to Texas and then flew that little plane all the way back to South Florida.
Oh,
It was
wow.
funny. And we got to fly right over Epcot Center because he lied to Kissimmee Air Traffic Control and told him we were landing in Kissimmee. But it
Oh my
was very
gosh.
cool. It was awesome.
Oh my gosh. So, so Ed, you kind of made some comments about some of your life and some of your things that you did that might be considered heroic. Have you
Uh,
done anything that you thought was
there have been people that there were things that I did they thought was heroic. At the time, I was just operating on instinct. And it's not like I stepped in front of a speeding bullet or anything like that. But
yeah,
there
good
was
because you wouldn't be here.
there was a lawnmower manufacturing company in Georgia, Roper, and we were hooking up these electrostatic spray booths. Well, they were getting rid of some old spray booths, and what it is, you know, the bed of the lawnmower or whatever would come through, and they have these paint booths that when those pieces of metal came through, it would spray them with paint. Well, naturally, there's a lot of buildup of paint on the inside of the spray booth, and to get them out, they were cutting them with torches, cutting torches. Well, one caught on fire, and it was pretty ugly.
Mm.
And it was like, grab a fire thing, grab a fire thing. Oh, you need to spray down inside. I got up on a ladder, got on top of that spray booth, and started spraying down into it to put it out. And emptied it. By then, everybody else had gotten out of there. And the ladder was gone.
Oh my gosh.
You couldn't see anything. All you could see were, because it's black smoke. And there were these big, bright, temporary lights in each corner. You couldn't see them. You could see a little speck looking at you. But anyway, after all, I slowed it down up. Fire department got there and put it out. It was cool. I got a lot of thanks, and they thought that was pretty heroic, I guess.
I think
all
so.
the other heroic stuff is me saving my own butt, you know. That don't count. It only counts if it's somebody else's foolishness, you know what I mean? So anyway, I coughed up black crap for, I don't know, 3 weeks. The owner that the guy we were open doing the thing, he gave me $100, said how much he appreciated it and all this stuff. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is. So tell me.
Heroic. I guess I used that term the other day, but
it is.
It's just like I can do this, you know. Ain't no big deal. See, that's another thing. I get you on. See, and you know, some people kind of poo-poo the astrological stuff, but they say Aries is the fire sign, and
yes.
I've loved fire all my life. There's a picture of when I was like 2 years old, and it shows either uncle or one of my dad's friends. He got a Zippo lighter, and he got the flame lit, and I'm there just staring at it like I'm hypnotized, mesmerized, whatever. So, you know, I'm not afraid of fire. I like to have fire. I have a fire pit out back, and I love to have fire.
So you have people all over your house. Who are these people?
Who are these people? Let's see. Oh, no, not. Is that who you were waving at before?
Yeah, I was waving. Okay. Hey guys.
That is
Kevin Ader. Fred's roommate.
That is Monster Kitty, Kevin Ader, and somebody who has yet to come up with a decent call sign, Kenzie. But he's a great flyer. He's a very good pilot. He's better than me, and he ticks me off because he shows me up all the time.
So is he posting on YouTube?
He has a channel. I don't know. He doesn't post anything.
No, thank you.
He's like, no, thank you. No, thank you.
He needs to get with it. He needs to start posting. I'm just saying.
I keep telling them all that. I mean, Kevin Ader and Monster Kitty went downtown, and we want to do that this Halloween. We've been talking about dressing up as pirates and going downtown. Cause see, St. Augustine, Florida is all about Pirate Val.
Right.
And Kevin Ader is almost a dead ringer for what's his name? What's his name?
Who?
The pirate guy.
Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp. Yeah, he can look just like Johnny Depp. You know, whatever movie, Pirates of the Caribbean. He can definitely play Pirates of the Caribbean. So
Nice.
we're thinking about doing that. You know, I've done a few things other than drone videos, not much, but a little.
I've been looking at them, and you've done some cooking.
Do what now?
You've done some cooking videos. Yeah.
You know, there's not much I'd want to show cooking, except maybe my rib roast. Now my rib roast is pretty good, but see, you don't do the meat, do you?
Yeah.
Oh, you do the meat. Okay. I
Mhm.
don't know why. What's that low ketone diet or whatever?
You know, when I'm doing keto, it is all about the meat, and I eat it. I love it. Give me ribs, give me a roast. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, baby.
I can't hear. See, they're not used to this because they don't realize that they're used to me. If I can't hear, I just turn the speaker up. They don't understand that won't work in this case. So I hope. Hey, hi all y'all. Kind of look. I haven't been looking at the chat at all. Now I forgot why I was turning to look. But
yeah,
anyway,
and
hi
here's
everybody
Chris.
that's there.
Meat is good for you. That's right.
But
Mm-mm.
I
We have
appreciate
Brent.
y'all being here.
Isn't that cool?
Oh, 29 watching now. I'm impressed.
Yeah, I'm telling you, you bring the party, Ed. You bring the party.
Well, I don't know about all that. There were that many
Everyone
watching
knows.
Alvin. Huh?
Everyone
Sorry.
knows you bring the party, so they're all here.
Hey, when I see I guess that just means what your volume level is. I don't know. I was looking. It was like, oh, can I adjust that? But that wouldn't work either. Now I can hear you. Okay. So
Okay.
what's next?
So now let's talk about your channel a little bit, about your YouTube channel. So you've only been doing this for about 8 months. Is that right?
Yeah. And the only reason I created a YouTube channel in the first place was because Facebook streaming stinks.
Yeah.
And when I say streaming, I don't mean going live. It never ever occurred to me to ever go live. That happened down the road after seeing people like you and Roger and so many others.
And Crystal, we're all just crazy live streamers.
Well, you know, and what's funny is too, I guess okay, let me back up a little bit. So I wanted to share my videos on the drone pages I'd found. And I've only been flying real drones, as I say, since December 26th. That's when I got my first 2 brushless drones.
Wow.
And but it was before then I created my channel because I'd also got a ProMark Shadow and I took pictures with it. I took pictures with my other birds, but I'd share them on these drone pages, and I'd go. People would say, "Oh, they go about 10 seconds and then they quit." I'm like, okay, I'm tired of this. So I created a YouTube channel just spur of the moment. The name was a spur of the moment. It was spur of the moment. That's kind of the way I do a lot of things. I can be impulsive at times, especially after a few beers, you know. So and then that's how it went, and I went that way. I don't know for how long. I don't know when it was, but I don't know how. I don't know how I met Roger, but it was Roger. Roger got me my first real batch of supporters. So Roger, thank you for that, and for introducing me to all these other people. I might have found RC Crazy's Eric channel. I don't think so. I think I found Eric through Roger too. So
Yeah.
I had, but once I hit Roger's stream, I guess he commented on a video. That's what it was. Said thanks, whatever. And then the next thing I subscribed to him, of course. Oh, geez, supported him. Please, that's that bad word. But, start seeing a couple of live streams. And the next thing I know, I'll get more supporters. And now I'm over 600. I'm shocked, actually. I can't believe it. So, especially when there's so much good content out there, you know. Some of mine's okay, but there's a lot better. But it must just be my charming personality.
Ed, it is.
Yeah.
It is. I have to be point blank with you. It's always about your charming personality.
Huh?
It's always about your personality. You are a charmer.
Well, they say snakes.
You are, Ed.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. You know.
So when you started doing all your live streams, you started just a little while ago doing them. Yeah?
You know what's weird with that is every time I've done a live stream is because I'm happy about something. And I just want to share it with my friends because I don't know. It's I don't know how to describe it. I mean, but all of y'all have become my friends. Okay. It's really cool to have people say nice things about what you might put up, what you might say from all over the world. You know? So the Flying Lunatic is global. Woohoo!
That's right. You are global. And I got to tell you, I finally caught one of your live streams the other night. And Ed, it was marvelous. We laughed so hard. We had such a great time. In fact, I talked about it with Momo the next night, just having fun. And we were all just, we just had a great time on your live stream. So I think it's a good place for you to live stream. I think it was good. And your videos have been good. And so, yeah, I mean, do you see yourself doing more live streams?
Well, I mean, okay, here's the thing with that is that I run out of things to say, you know, and every time I do a live stream, I think it's only going to be 5 minutes, 10 minutes. In fact, a few of them I've done, I've tried to get in and out before anybody showed up, but that never happened. And the reason for that is I made a video, it was a shout out video, where I recorded it with the computer, but I was recording with a computer. I wasn't doing the live thing. And Eric, RC Crazy, he says, "Man, that's the funniest thing ever because your voice doesn't match the video." He said it looks like a retake of Godzilla. You know how the Japanese movie Godzilla, and the lip sync would be out of step with the English version. So, you know, so that's why I just thought, okay, I want to share something. I'm just going live. Heck with it, you know. So.
Yeah, I noticed that you were. I noticed that you said you worry about running out of things to say, but I got to tell you, Ed, and I think Crystal, probably even Roger can probably will agree with me. When you first go live, that's what you're worried about. Everyone's worried about what will I say, what will I do? And then when you run out, we just stare at the screen like, I hope somebody says something funny so I can
Yeah.
talk about it.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. I mean, because then, I can't see the live stream here. I don't know. I got something going wrong, but I can't see it. And all I see is you, which is fine. But the people, when you just go live on YouTube, you see the chat to the right, and the people that have come to join you give you things to say. Even if it's just say hi, and I just meant to be here for a minute. And then the next thing I know, I go off on another tangent because of something they said, talk for another 5 or 10 minutes.
Yeah, I
have
think
an older
everyone on
brother
here.
that lives down south, and it's kind of
Yeah.
a little game we play because he'll call me up, and you can tell he's ready to get off the phone. But then oh, wait. Oh, one more thing. Now, I always manage to keep him on the phone like 10 or 15 more minutes. It's just fun. I don't know.
Well, every time I think in this kind of happened to you, Ed, the other night, you kept kind of go like, yeah, I'm going to probably get off soon. And then more people would come on and you'd be like, I remember you looking going, what are you all doing here?
Well, then you feel obligated to say hi to them, I mean.
Yeah, and then you have to stay on and you have to talk with everybody.
Yeah. It's like, don't you have anything better to do than to watch me? But that's cool. And again, it goes back to just friends hanging out, And it's a way to hang out across the country in your case, and around the world. Right? Let's see, who else is in here? I got some Canadians in here. Mars, see, Mars in Australia.
Our Aussies have shown up. We got our Canadians.
I don't see anybody. Prop Man or Prop Gear. Was that Prop? Polynesian blogger.
We got Polynesian.
Let's see, I don't even think I have this person.
You should have Polynesian. He's great.
Oh, you think?
I think you do, and if not, you have to go back on and get him because he's great. We have Scotland. We have England. I think we have England. We have all kinds of places. We've got Maryland. I know that because Crystal in the house.
Oh, hi, Crystal. I'm sorry. I meant to say hi to you earlier. I apologize.
So we're going to take a minute and just say hi to everybody, and then because I have more questions I need to ask. But I want to make sure that we have time to say hi to everyone. Hey, Kenneth, the Kentucky fam. Error, John. What, Kim? Kim's in the house. We have Plummet. He's from Michigan. And PD Tech is from the UK. Star Cop is from Alabama. Oh, I love Alabama.
Oh, Star Cop's in Alabama too.
Mm-hmm.
No, let's see, Roll Tide, Star Cop.
We got Momo.
I
adore Mo.
Yeah, I went
Raymond.
to Polynesian whatchamajigger. Now I can't get back, so I can't see anything.
Sly Dad's here, and I think he's down
Hi,
in
Sly.
Florida. Yeah, I enjoy Sly Dad so much. And of course, Roger's here. Portugal.
Hi, Roger.
We have Portugal here. We have so many. I think I saw, here's a Star Cup. Where are you from in Alabama? We got Anthony, which is Mr. Winky Head. I love that name. I'm always going to love saying that. Plymouth.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Anthony
the Bad
was very
Troll.
helpful to me with a particular drone too, by the way. And I appreciate that, Anthony. Is Winky Head here?
Mr. Winky Head is here.
Hi, Anthony. Hey, brother.
And of course, Mars, which I now have renamed Twerky.
Now, what's Mars's new name?
Twerky.
Quirky?
Twerk.
Oh, yeah, there's
Turkey.
a few
Hey,
of us around
Jacqueline.
here that you could stick that toggle on.
Nice seeing you, Jacqueline. Have you decided on the drone you're getting? Did you get one? I'm sorry, I've been so
Yeah,
busy.
got it.
I feel like I've been too unattentive. Let's see. Oh, Miss RC's here, Tiffany, who made these. Hey, I got to tell you guys, you got to get these hats. These fit so awesome.
Oh, I love them. I got Tiffany. Tiffany is going to make me some hats.
Yeah, I love
And,
them.
I still need to send her some pictures. There we go.
Is she? Hey, Ed, is Tiffany gonna send you hats with your logo on them and stuff?
Yeah, yeah, well, yeah. I need to send her some pictures and stuff like that. And she's going to make me a hat. I thought about shirts too, but I don't know how quick I'll get around to that. But I'd like to have some hats just because I'd like to send some out too, you know?
Yeah, I think Tiffany and I are gonna need to talk because I'm trying to get Alvin to let me pay him to do a logo for me, and then I need Tiffany. I need to talk with her and see what it would take to make hats and how much that would be and all of that. Yeah. Oh, 616 is here. Jim is here too. Whoop whoop. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the conversation. Oh, look, Love My Drones is here. It must be Ed.
Yeah, surprise, surprise.
So, Ed, talk to me a little bit more about your channel because I saw in the beginning when you first started 8 months ago, you would get 3 views, you get 4 views. It wasn't picking up, and then you said you met Roger. By the time you met with Roger on the streams, were you already flying drones?
Oh, yeah. The only reason I started a YouTube channel was because of drones. It had nothing to do with YouTube. You know, YouTube was simply a tool to be able to share my drone videos on Facebook pages about drones. You know, my first page was Drone Days. And Beyond Trees has actually been there for a while. I didn't know him. It's funny because the YouTube names are different from the people's names. And there's been a bunch of people. It's like, oh, I know who you are, you know? And so, I mean, a lot of people didn't know my name, you know? I just love my drones. And when I don't know, it was weird. But anyway, I was, I don't remember when it was I met Roger, but I've been doing YouTube, posting stuff up on YouTube for a couple months at least before I met Roger. And part of the reason is when you put a link in Facebook, most of them just watch it on Facebook. They don't watch it on YouTube. So they know the view doesn't count, I guess. I don't think it counts.
I didn't know that.
They can get if they pull it up on Facebook and then they hit the button to watch on YouTube, then it counts. But I think if you just watch it on the screen without viewing it via YouTube, it don't count on YouTube. And if they can like it all they want on your Facebook page, and it's not going to give you a thumbs up on YouTube either. They have to go to your channel and watch it.
Okay, so really quick, JDS, I see that. I'm going to check out your cabin thing. So know that I'm going to do that. And bye for now. So Ed, what was your first drone?
Sky Viper. I had it 2 weeks and lost it. Never could find it. So what I bought another one.
Did it go back to China?
No, I lost it in the tree. They suck in the wind. And I looked for that thing for a week. 2 weeks. And I'm like, okay, I'll just go buy another one. And I did. And that was, let's see, 2015, I think. So I flew toy grade drones for a couple years before I bought some real drones. So,
So talk to me about what your favorite drone is, Ed. What's your favorite one?
well, now, that is a loaded question. If I had to say my favorite of all time, I'd have to say the F200C.
Okay.
Only because it's had the most airtime with, for the most part, the least trouble. And then the next would be the Bug 6. And actually, I like the Bug 6 better. But that's where I started the FPV with. Well, that was my upgraded FPV. I'd already stuck little, got one here somewhere. I'd already stuck some of these, why can't I see? Oh, I wasn't holding it high enough. Everything's backwards. It screws up. It screws me up. Left
what
is
is
left and
that?
right is right. That's the little camera. It's a little tiny camera.
Wow, look at that.
You can stick this on anything, Val. You can stick it on your Breeze real easy.
Wow.
You know, it's a little itty bitty thing. I got a little pigtail for a battery on it, but I put this on a Warrior I had, and that was my first FPV flight was with that. And ever since then, I was like, okay, I want to be in that bird all the time I fly. And so that's how I always want to fly is FPV. There's nothing like it. And
yeah,
at
I'm
least
trying
to
to get
me,
a hold of Scott, Death Throne Pilot, because I tried to do FPV on mine and I couldn't connect it until I was right over it. And I know I'm doing something wrong, but I'm trying to fly FPV because I think it looks like so much fun. I mean, it really does.
it's very immersive, you know. And I'll find myself doing this when I'm flying it. It doesn't help, by the way. It doesn't help you steer one bit, but I don't know. So anyway, so my favorite drone, I think overall Bug 6.
Wow.
And but I've loved them all. Every one of them I've had fun with. And I think it's an awesome hobby, and it's really some will laugh here, but it's not that expensive compared to some other hobbies. Let's put it that way. Because some people, I see them get these just cars, and they'll put $2,000 worth of rims on them, and I'm like, so does the car ride any better or whatever? No, I just like the way it looks. Well, I can buy a lot of drone for $2,000. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? I just get more enjoyment out of it. And I'm not faulting anybody for wanting some nice rims, but I'd rather have fun with my investment rather than just look at it. Okay.
Well, and compared to the kind of hobbies you've had before, so you've had sailing, and that's not a cheap hobby. Once you get the boat, it's, I guess, but it's still, you know,
You're always breaking stuff. It's no different from drones.
always,
You still break stuff, and you got to replace it.
And then we're talking flying planes, and even if it's 75 an hour or going around, that's still expensive.
Well, then you'd want to buy a set of headsets, and I even bought a little aviation radio. That thing was $1,000 by itself. Yeah. So but
what
the thing
kind of?
is, when you get into something, and you know this, is when you get into something, you want the best tools that you can have.
Yeah.
And it might not be the most expensive tools, but it's the best tools that you're capable of getting. You know, like I'd like a better set of goggles, but the ones I got right now, they work okay.
What
And
kind do you have, Ed?
I have some Maker Fires. I paid just over $100 for them. And but shoot, you can go buy a pair. You can spend $600 on a pair of goggles. So,
Hey, I've looked up those Fat Sharks, and I've looked up the other ones. They're really expensive. And I'm going to tell you, in my budget, $100 is a lot. I would be like, oh no, oh, this is expensive.
yeah,
So-
I mean, I've been kind of fortunate in a way because I got a couple roomies now, so they contribute to the
Nice.
cost of the house. So I got more disposable income. For,
Well, and they're flyers, which makes it nice.
Absolutely. We had a real good time, not last weekend, a weekend before, and we all had birds in the air. Well, three out of 4 of us had birds in the air at one time, but we all flew, and that is a lot of fun. And I'm sure there's some people here. I know there's some people here that have, gone flying with others, and it's just really cool. And near misses are fun as long as you don't collide. And
and
but
get
they
the
look
drones
really
stuck
cool.
together. Oh my gosh.
Huh?
Get the drones stuck together.
We never had that. We never had to spray them with a hose or anything. But
We almost did one time.
but we had a couple brush ups, but no damage done, so it doesn't matter. So it was cool.
So-
It was fun. It made for good footage.
So let me ask you a question. Because this particular year in my life with YouTube and everything has been one of my happiest years. Now, of course, when I had my children, all that, very nice, because they looked and they go, "What do you mean by that, Mom?" So I was like, "Oops." But what do you find this time in your life to be a happy time in your life?
Well, it's not a horrible time. I've had better times in my life, but it's not bad. I have felt real well over the last couple of weeks. I don't know exactly specifically what it is, but maybe I'm just getting old. I don't know. I kind of had a relationship kind of thing kind of messed me up. It's been over a year now, but I don't know. I haven't quite been the same since then for some
Well,
reason.
Ed, I'm going to tell you, that's why I say I like keeping my crazy to myself and I'm single.
Well, I mean, and I am too. And I'm kind of over it. I'm over it. It's all right. And I've always been kind of a solitary person.
Yeah.
Other than, and I guess my outlet for that, I guess you could say I'm an introverted person.
Mm-hmm.
But there's always been a part of me that wanted to be outside that shell. And I'm sure that's why years ago I started a BBS system, bulletin board system. And then I was somebody else. I was the lunatic. I was the lunatic running the asylum. And I don't know, it was just different. And I mean, everybody knows me as Ed, but they also know me as the flying lunatic. So there you go.
Let me just say, Ed, I can see some lunatic in you, so you still got it going on.
Well, thanks. Appreciate it. I really do. I mean, really, sanity is really a frame of mind anyway. I mean, from the point of perspective, to me, in this crazy world, you need to be a little crazy to make it,
Yeah.
because there's
Yeah.
so much craziness out there.
There is. There is.
But at the end of the day, we're a lot saner than everybody else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's where I'm at.
And that's the one thing I love about this community, Ed, is we all got our crazy, and I try to keep my crazy on a leash, but we can also take off our leash, right?
Well, I mean, you know, I try and rein myself in times, you know.
I was blowing kisses to the boys behind you.
Oh, okay.
Hey, you did it. Blush, boy.
That's Kenzie.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
Yeah, I mean, they're good friends. I like them. And I was just hanging out here by myself here on YouTube, and then Kevin called me. I guess they've been here a couple months. They were up in Georgia. He says, "Hey man, how you doing?" I'm like, "I'm all right." He goes, "Something told me in my head you needed some help." I'm like, "Well, I don't know about all that." "Well, I was going to come down there and work for your company." But see, Kevin worked for Carcabas Electric a long time ago.
Mm.
And the man I work for now is the nephew of the man who ran the company when Kevin and I both started there. He was a
Wow.
wonderful man, James Carcaba. I love that man. And it killed me when he died. And you know what's weird? He died on a Monday. And that Monday, I felt horrible. And I tried to call in sick. And no one answered the phone. No one answered the business phone. No one answered any of the cell phones. So I left a message. I'm like, I feel horrible. I'm not going to make it in. And I don't know, it's about 10 or 11 o'clock that day. Casey, the man who now runs the company, called me. He goes, "Hey man, James died this morning." And I was like, wow. And tears coming to my eyes a little bit. See, because I worked for him at least 8 years. But
Wow.
over the last 2 years, we've gotten really close. And so it killed me. I mean, that was tough. And then and I already lost my mom, which made it even worse. I lost my mom in July 11 years ago. And then I lost James 4 months later. And
Wow.
so it was a tough time in my life. It really was. But it seemed so weird that it was like we almost made this connection to where I know that's why I felt horrible that morning. Somehow
Right.
I knew. Somehow I
Right.
knew James was gone. You know? So I forget what spurred that whole topic of conversation on now, and I think about it.
I don't know. I think is if we talk about our lives, there's always loss, right? I don't think anyone goes through their lives without that loss. You know, I've lost my mom. I've lost some very good friends. I lost some youth that I used to work with, which was extremely hard. But I think it's how we navigate through it, which is one of the most important things. Do we come out the other side of the loss? Because we can get stuck in it, Ed. We really can. I did for well over a year after my mom left.
Well, I mean, and a mom especially. You know, I mean, I felt bad about my dad, but my dad at times, my dad was a good man, but he had a problem. He had a problem with alcohol, you know, and when he'd go on a bender, he was not good.
Right.
And so there were times when mom would get, you know, you gotta go, you know. And so they go back to Alabama or whatever, and so there were times when the electricity got cut off and whatever at the house. And you know, I was young, 15, whatever. And I had a younger brother and sister, 3 and 4 years younger than me. And I remember one morning cooking eggs for them over candles, you know, in a wire egg crate, you know, but electricity get turned back on in a day or two, and it'd be all right. We went without heat for 5 years because we couldn't afford to get the heater fixed. We had those annoying kerosene heaters that would stink up the house if you didn't light them just right, you know.
Yeah, and if you kicked them, they'd kill you.
Well, yeah. But then what's funny is the first year the heater was broke, we all got sick as dogs. And we went without heat for 5 years other than the little portable guys. And we never got sick after the first year. It was weird. Everybody else get cold, we wouldn't. And I think a lot of that is people going from the hot to cold, hot to cold. People come over to visit, they just leave their coats on. Because it's cold in the house is outside, you know. Yeah.
Oh.
A lot less work, get ready to leave, you know. Already got your coat on, you know.
Yeah, you know, and I always felt bad because I lost the heater here. I couldn't afford the gas that, you know, went in the heater. And so they turned it off, and here I am with 3 children, but I had a fireplace. So we were running that fireplace all the time. And so I would get calls from school telling me that what was I doing in my house that my children smelled like smoke. And I didn't want to say anything. You know, it's not like I'm just sitting here having cigarettes, because certainly I couldn't afford cigarettes because I couldn't even afford gas for the heater. But those were some, you know, we all slept in the living room. We had a sleeper couch. I mean, there were some very rough things that happened, but I think it happens to all of us at some time. We all have our own patches of, oh my God, am I going to come out of this, right?
Well, I mean, and here's the thing, and I've told this to, I mean, anybody that the subject ever came up, is that all those trials and tribulations, I'm grateful for, because it brought our family so much closer together, because we were like a team, more of a team, because we went through it all together. You know what I mean? You know. So it was a bonding thing. I think it strengthened us. I know it strengthened me. You know. I mean, at this point, I you know, I don't need anything fancy. The fanciest thing I want is a fancy drone. You know what I mean? You know, as long as I'm not freezing my butt off, as long as I'm not in the rain, I'm good. You know, as far as the house domicile goes. And I certainly don't live in the greatest place in the world, but keep the rain off my head. And and it's all I need. I'm comfortable with it, you know, basically. And so I really don't have any high aspirations at this point in my life, because I have no children. I'm just looking at Ed, the dead end, you know, kind of.
So Ed, did you just never get married?
Yeah, I never made that leap.
No.
Came close a couple times, but never made the leap. And so therefore I never had kids. I don't know if I was grown up enough to have kids, to be honest with you. I don't know. There's a lot of people out there that have kids and they ain't grown up enough to have kids either.
Right.
You know.
Right.
But I don't know. There you go.
Yeah, I think I never planned on having children, but I have 3. I don't think I realized how it all worked when I first got
No,
married.
I know it's a lot of work. I know real good and well it's a lot of work.
It ended up being a lot of work. Yeah, that's right, Beyond Trees. Your head's kids now. You just have to.
There you go. Well, okay, I appreciate that, Anthony.
Oh
Hey,
yeah,
you're a little old to be my kid, aren't you? Maybe not.
probably
Oh,
not.
I don't
A
know
lot of
why I'm
these-
looking back here like he can't hear me unless I look over here.
I think that's one reason I like so many of the young people come on here, and I'm talking young, the 12, the 13, like around my grandson's age, and then a little bit older, because it does it. It's like we have a whole family. Can't have family without the young, right? Or without the old, like us.
Look, I mean, again, that's why, it's funny because I hardly do anything on Facebook anymore at all. It's, let's see. Well, my last share on Facebook was actually to your channel to announce that I'd be live on your channel and with a link to your channel.
Oh, thank you.
Well, and see, I don't know how to do the link to the channel thing. All I know how to do is link a video. So I linked your video with Alvin. I figured, well, this will get you to the channel, and then you can subscribe.
And then you can go from there.
The bell.
You know what? This has been such a huge learning curve, but you're good with computers and stuff. So this probably hasn't been as hard on you, I think, as it has been like on. I mean, I'm fairly good with computers, but I could never program and all that.
I'm not good with computers anymore. The cat the other night actually ruined. Is Ruined here? No, he's not. But Ruined has a very cool new channel, by the way. The other night I went to bed and I knew that Alfredo Montero was in here. And so before I went to bed, because I've caught him doing it before, I put the computer to sleep. You know what I mean? And but I didn't close the lid. So the next morning I wake up, I come out here, or maybe it was like 3 o'clock in the morning. I come out here, the cat is laying on my computer, right on the keyboard. Well, ever since then, the top keys for the volume and the volume up, volume down, mute, airplane mode, all that, they all quit working. I had to go in the volume settings or what, just to adjust the volume. It's a pain in the butt. I finally figured it out. But Ruin gave me inspiration, and so I started just hitting these different keys, and then it was the end button. Yeah, I hit the end button, and it ended locking up my keyboard. It was pretty cool. Well, it's Windows 10. I mean, the last computer I had was Windows XP. You know?
Oh, I remember.
1998.
Oh, at least. I had XP.
It was 95.
I had XP on mine, and that's one of the ones I worked with a lot. The 286, all of that.
Oh,
So-
well, now, yeah, that's pretty old.
Remember that prize of a computer? Hey guys, if you guys have any questions or want to say anything to Ed, I want to give you an opportunity to do that. I'm working tonight, of course, So I'm going to be leaving here and in a little less than an hour, probably in about a half hour. But we have till 6 because guess who come? Well, 8 o'clock your time because we have Sin and Earl RC's network coming on tonight. And I'm not sure, but it may just be on Alvin's channel if he's still going to be doing solo. And I am so sorry I didn't keep up with the chat, but I know you guys all like talking to each other, and half the time it has nothing to do with me. So
Somebody already asked that question.
So let's
Anthony.
see. I got a question for Ed. Why is your favorite drone and why? And we ended up with the Buck 6 because it's so cute beyond trees. It has a little face.
Look,
That Buck
okay,
6
look.
is
Okay,
cute.
all right.
He's gonna go get it now.
Isn't he the cutest thing ever? He's just so adorable. Got a built-in FPV camera here,
Wow, look at that.
you know. His only problem is he's got a poor broken arm and
Aww.
he's also only got 3 legs, but he don't need 3. He only needs 3 legs to fly. So what the heck? But the reason this is my favorite, Anthony, is because it was $100. It came with an FPV camera. It was ready to roll out of the box, other than charging the battery, and it came with 2. So this bird has been through a lot. It's tough as nails. I finally managed to break its arm, but I have a ton of Bug 6 videos on my channel, and you can, if you watch those videos, you'll understand why it has a broken arm. So there you go.
So Mo would like to know, how are the birds doing?
The birds are doing fine. Mo, they are doing fine. I have not made a video for them in a while, and I do not pay near enough attention to them, and I feel bad about that. And Cleo is such a sweetheart. She doesn't care. She loves me even if I haven't been out to see her for 4 or 5 days. But need to blow my nose. Excuse me. Why? I have horrible sinus problems.
So real quick while you do that, oh, don't hurt yourself. Star Cop, I'm thinking of September 2nd on Sunday at 7 Eastern if you're open, or the 4th in September, because I also have helicopter that I am trying to schedule also, and then I have also Stonewolf, but I would like to put you on a Sunday if you can. If not, it needs to be on the 4th on that Tuesday. Would that work? I can't wait. I can't wait. We're going to be talking tutus, Star Cop. Tutus.
Tutus.
Yeah, we're coming up to the end of the tutu challenge, Ed.
What with a long drill bit? Oh, you mean fixing the arm, Mars? Okay, what did you say, Val? I'm sorry.
Oh, I was just saying we're coming to the end of the tutu thing. So
see, I just contributed to the pot. I never agreed to do the tutu thing.
what?
Although I have considered it. You know, if Crystal had sent me that coconut bra, I might have had to do it with the coconut bra.
You have to get the Viking hat. I think that's the touch that you need.
I kind of go with my sailing deal, huh?
It would. It'd be beautiful.
Yeah. I don't know. Kim's been there, done that, so I wouldn't want to You know,
I know. I'm always
although the
posting that.
horns work well.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah, I'm always posting Kim's tutu video because that is one of those videos that I never get tired of. Hi, Birdman.
I actually made a playlist. There's a playlist on my channel of the tutu videos. So if there's anybody out there that oh, and this might be good for ruling too. If there's anybody's tutu video that is not on my playlist, please send it to me and I'd be happy to add it to it.
Yeah.
I would be thrilled to add it to it. I know Kim's is there. I know Ray's is there. And there's a number of other ones that are there, but I could have missed somebody, so I would hate that.
Don't say no, Kim. We love your tutu video. And I think also Mars was going to do a tutu video with some improvisation, like some twerking maybe and stuff involved. That's what I've heard.
Mars likes the twerking. Oh, what's his new name? Twerky. Is it Twerky?
I call him Twerky.
See, when you first said that, I thought you said Quirky.
Well, that would have fit too, but I think Twerky is just such a good name for Mars. I always say hi Twerky now, and he knows who he is.
Of course he does. Well, he's the one going on about it the other day. So.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so that's,
hey,
you know.
Mars, you and Kaz, you all know how to party now. You know how to party better than me. My liver can't take that kind of partying anymore.
Oh no, I can't. Yeah, if I had one drink, I'm out. I'm gonna go take a nap.
That's why I just drink beers. That's all I can handle.
Hey Thomas, hey, anytime is not late. Don't worry about it. And we have a lot, you know, I'm just so impressed. A lot of the guys that I met today and just yesterday all came into the stream. And I got to tell you, you guys are just wonderful, and thank you, because Ed is he's just so integral to the family. And so I'm so glad you had a chance to come on. You probably already met him, and you probably already watching him, but I'm just so glad you came in and just showed so much beautiful support, because without Ed, I mean, we just missed something on this stream.
Yeah, y'all would forget I was around. Yeah.
Now, I got to tell you, so here's my story about Ed. I hadn't seen Ed a lot, and so I'm streaming my interview, and I lost. Who was it that I lost?
Drone Pool, I think.
Was it Drone Pool? No, it's someone who I had to. Was it Bob? It was Bob. Bob the biker. I love him, but I lost him, and I couldn't find out where he went. So I put the link to Google Hangouts in the chat itself, and all of a sudden here pops up this guy, and he's laughing, and I'm like, "Who are you?" He goes, "You know who I am." I go, "No, who are you? Who are you?" And he was kind of down. I down a little bit, so it wasn't easy, and it was Ed.
Well, first, before you pop the link up there, I remember you saying, okay, well, you already tried to send me the link a bunch of other different ways, and it wasn't working. So he goes, okay, I'm going to put it out here on the stream. Hopefully some knucklehead will try and barge in. Well, that was my cue. It's like, oh, well, now she's asking for it.
It was so much fun because he just came like, hi. And then I knew I was going to have to interview him. I knew I was going to have to, because he has that perfect sense of humor and perfect timing. And it was just so funny and so nice. And
I get a good one every now and then. You know.
you do, Ed. You do all the time. All the time. And I
Well,
think also it's so nice because we're growing this wonderful community, and I'm so appreciative everyone coming on because I want to get everyone to really know everyone. And so by doing these interviews, I'm able to do that. And Ed is one of those that you really, really, really want to know.
well,
So,
I feel honored that you would say that. Thank you very
well,
much.
it's true. Because you know why I don't lie, Ed? Because my brain won't keep everything straight.
Okay.
So I always have to tell the truth, and that way I never have to worry about it. Hey, listen, I'm serious. When my crazy comes off the leash, nobody wants to see that. Let's see. Hey, Bob. Bob, were you here? Yeah, I love you, Bob. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, Bob's here, right at the bottom of the
okay,
thing.
there. Man, I wish
Right, Eric?
you lived closer too, Eric. I wish a lot of y'all lived closer. To be honest with
Hey, you know what that means? We're all moving to Florida. Let's go, guys.
you. Well, I don't know. Maybe somewhere in between. Maybe in the mountains. I don't know. Here's my dream. Yeah, I have a dream. I have a dream. I play the lotto. I play it too much. I've been better off the money I put in the lotto being put in a savings account or investing. And I don't know why I bought the first set of numbers that I did. But now I have this thing going on in my brain that, well, I can't stop playing those numbers now. As soon as I do,
Right.
they'll come in. So
Right.
I make sure I buy them. But here's my dream if I ever win. I'm going to make me what I call a compound. It's going to be a house for me. It's going to have other houses. It's going to be a nice piece of property somewhere, probably close to the mountains, if not in the mountains. But not in the mountains to where it's horrible cold and, you know, not thousands of feet up in the air where you have snow 6 months out of the year. No, I'm sorry. Canada's beautiful. Hey, Roger, Kim, the other fellows up there, it's beautiful. I've been to Canada. It's beautiful in the summertime. I don't want to be there in the wintertime. You know,
Right.
so there's first of all, it's rough on flying. The flying season was way down. But anyway, back to my dream. So I have this big place with plenty of fields, have some cool trees that some of you guys could rip around and stuff like that. And then I'd have guest house. And I'd have, okay, who wants to come out for a visit? 20 y'all come. Here's some plane tickets. Come on out. You know what I mean? I think that would be the coolest thing ever. So that's my dream.
Nice. That's a very nice dream, Matt. Because save one of those for me, because I'm coming out and fly with you.
Well, you
Hey.
know it. The right there on the top of the invitation list, Val.
Thank you.
You know, that's just. I've thought about this several times, and part of it is there's a couple places in here that our company does work for, and it's kind of people that just got together, and they have a place on Volano Beach, and it's a big lot, and there's like 4 houses on it, and there's like 10 of them that live on this piece of property. And, you know, and they all contribute to it and whatever. And it's pretty cool. It's almost like a commune, you know, in a way. But it's a cool concept, you know. So, anyway, there you go.
Yeah, and guys, Cooking with Spices in here. If you haven't had her, she is wonderful. And she always tries to drop in on my stream. Hey, Cooking with Little Spice. And I'm going to get her on an interview because you guys would be amazed with with what she does. So she's one of the ones that I have my wish list. So
Good.
Ed, I want to see if anyone has anything to say to you that they'd like to say, because we only got a few more minutes. I'm at 1:55 now. Hey, Beyond Trees, that's great. Yeah, I would like you to all to say a little prayer for DW. Is he still in the hospital, Bob? Oh, for God's sake. Oh my God.
Oh, I
Of
didn't know he
course.
was in the hospital. Is he talking during worship? Is that what
Yeah.
you mean?
Yeah.
I had no idea what happened. Last I heard, he was going to work.
It's pancreatitis. He started bleeding a lot.
Ooh, that sounds ugly. Okay,
Yeah.
we'll do, Bob. I didn't know that, and I plan on going back to the stream later. And anybody who's here, you'll have my sub. Okay, Cooking with Spice, whatever the
Yeah,
name
Cooking
is.
with Spice. That's a good one. She's great. She's
I
great.
love Spice. Now, all
Yeah,
about the Spice.
so DW, there's a lot of stuff he's going to have to do to try to get that in order, and it's hard when you have pancreatitis. I ended up having it because I was taking a shot for my diabetes, and I had to get off it because that's what it was giving me, and that is a painful thing. Let's see.
Huh.
Yeah, we wish him a quick recovery. So Ed, my love, I think you have been just a great guest, and I so appreciate you giving us your time.
It's
And
my pleasure, Val. I feel honored that you would ask. And
yeah,
I'm like, why me? But that's cool.
because you're integral to our family. You really are.
Okay.
And so
Again, thank you and thank everybody for watching. I appreciate y'all's time. It's good to see you. What?
and when your
Are you
friends
laughing? Are you waving at these characters again?
so when your roommates start posting, you need to come on and make them come on here so we can all start watching their stuff. Hey Kelly, how you doing? And Star Cop, I have you down for either the 2nd or the 4th. So you let me know which one you want to do soon, and then I'll schedule everything else around him. Hey, Mr. Winky, thank you. Merch, Beyond Trees, Kim, Richard, thank you. Love to see you. Thomas,
Hi,
Dan
Kelly.
Solo, Mars, Twerky. Oh, Twerky was in. That's so nice. Kelly, John, RC Fun,
Yes.
Star Cop,
Bye.
Sin and Earl RC. Don't you worry. You're getting ready for the show. You're fine. Birdman. Oh my gosh, so many. And right now, gosh, I don't know what to say. We evidently have 37 viewers. And
37 thumbs up. Thanks, y'all. I can't believe there's not a thumbs down in there.
At 7:30,
Rolls come in here.
Ed, it was 37 people watching.
It's 36 now.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, are you saying
Yeah.
goodbye or what?
Well, we still got like 3 more minutes.
Go like how many?
This is the problem with going on Tuesdays. Because when this happens, I don't want to get off, but we have Alvin is going on. And you guys are going to love his stream. So I'm hoping that everybody, we got 35 viewers now, so it's going down. Everyone just shifts right over and watches Alvin, because I think Alvin, are you on your own tonight, darling?
You're tired of seeing me anyway.
Is it okay to take a couple extra minutes?
Hey,
Because I think
you're
up.
network.
Oh, look at that. Oh, nice. Hold on. Stand back up. They had me. There you go. That's right. You just styling that. You're just styling that.
Well, the teacher I want Tiffany to do for me on the back of it, it's gonna have all my favorite channels. Of course, yours will be there, Val.
Oh,
And
Right,
RC
you're lovely.
Crazy and
Right,
Canadian
Eric?
Drone Network. And so there you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, because we adore you, Ed. I'm so happy you were on. And I have to get with Trish because I want to get something done because I'm gonna wear a hat that says Val's Life. Why not? Yep.
Oh, and Eric, I wear this to all places when I go out to Walmart, whatever. Of course, once I get my own hat, I'll probably be sporting it more often, just so you know.
Yeah, you know what? I love this hat so much. And when I went to go on with Alvin, I had taken a nap beforehand and my hair was all over the place. And I go, what am I gonna do? And I looked up and I saw his hat. I go, that's right, I was gonna wear my hat tonight. And then bam. I was like, yes, it's perfect because I got my hat and my hat fits. Right?
I know, it's just
And
great.
look,
I was so happy when I got mine.
look at this. It says, just keep droning. That's perfect. So I was so happy.
There you go.
And also, oh, nice. Star Cop, okay, I got you down for the second. So guys, let me tell you what the schedule is going to look like since Alvin said I could take a couple extra minutes and then I got to shoot off to work because I'm going to keep Mary company tonight. Let's see. What we have going now is we just had Alvin, 616 is Sunday. And then he'll be 7 p.m. And then Doug Polson, I have him on Tuesday. So come by his channel. It's a little different. He talks about Hot Wheels and stuff like that, but I still want to talk to him. And then we have Star Cop on the 2nd. And so I'll be interviewing Star Cop, and I just added you, Star Cop. I am so excited. It's going to be so nice. And then what I have open right now is the 4th, and I'm just kind of, I want helicopter, but I'm not sure what kind of schedule he's going to do, so I'm going to pencil it in and just put a little, what do you call it? A little question mark, so I know. Because I'm really looking forward to him. And guys, a lot of you are regulars and we've had you on for a long time. And so please, if it'd be so wonderful if I could interview you. I'd be so happy. Squappy Drones, I'm going to find a way to get to your stream tomorrow. I'm finding a way. I'm so tired of missing it. I'm working, but I think I can listen to part of it and then go over there. You're only on an hour, so part of that's going to be my driving. Yeah, so, oh, thank you, Raymond. Thank you. Jacqueline, darling. Oh my gosh, so happy you came on. So happy you came on. Yeah. Chocolate chip cookies. She has Jello shot things she makes. I'm telling you. This woman, and I still want to figure out how she does. I got to go back and watch the one on tomatoes, where there's sun-dried tomatoes, because, oh my gosh. Oh, I love it. Jacqueline, I love you too. You know it. Yes, absolutely. And Twerky, I think is saying goodbye. Oh, Merch. Did Aaron start his first day of school? How did he like it? My grandson loved his first day of school. Actually got a hold of me to tell me how wonderful it was. Thank you, Roger. You know I love you too. That was so fun. Hack. Okay, Dark Cop. Mo. Love you. Dano Solo. Is it okay for me to hit the thumbs up? Yes, it is. Because I'll hit that puppy too. You're great. I loved it. Guys, don't forget Sunday. Oh, really quick. Tomorrow morning is Roger at 9, and go on at any time because he's on. He's just keeping us busy with his live streams, and I just love it. I mean, it was on. Everybody was coming on today. It was so much fun. Squappy is on at 8, I believe. He comes on at 8 o'clock on Wednesday night. But here's the thing, so does Crystal with Wacky Wednesday. So you got a choice there, and it's a lot of fun, everybody. But Crystal's really wacky stuff starts at 9, so it's not really appropriate maybe for little kids. She comes out and she says that. So you know that. Oh yeah, 616. You know it. Sunday, 7 p.m. Let's see what else. Yes, okay, guys. I love you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And Ed, you're the guy. I so appreciate it. Ed. Bye, darling. Okay, guys. I'm stopping it. So